Welcome back to the Juice Box with your hosts, Foreign.
And Velvet.
And we got some topics. Hopefully they're juicy enough for our juicers. Y'all are our juicers.
So, first question is, why do men say things like, I never understood why women have children by a man who isn't financially stable?
Why women have children by a man who's not financially stable? I would say because a lot of times guys put on a whole act and stuff like that. And people say, oh, discernment, and you should be able to see through that act. But I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes they put it on for quite a while now. I think what be getting me sometimes be the vibe because I'm self sufficient, independent, so I don't really be needing nothing from these niggas. But I don't want to be independent. I want to be taken care of and led by a real man and submissive and. But financially stable, I don't know. That's crazy. I definitely feel like it's a trap though. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like if a woman has a child by an unfinancially stable man, that's a trap. Because do you really think that we really want to be like, I want to have a baby with this, what I'm saying, man who's not financially stable? Like, I don't think we'd necessarily want to choose that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
I
nobody
think it's a
choose
trap.
that. Let's
It's a
be real.
trap.
And also, my question is, when people are asking these questions, like, my whole thing is, why is it never asked? Like, it says, okay, why do men say things like, a woman having a child by a man that isn't financially stable? Okay, it's vice versa. It goes the same way for a man. If you don't feel like she's in the right place to be bearing your child, why are you sticking your wood in her? So my thing is, I don't think anyone goes into a situation knowing that, okay, this person isn't there, but then those same men will turn around and say a person is a gold digger, or person's looking at what I got, my credentials, my background, what my family got, this, that, my lineage, my medical history, the normal adult things that we should look into when you're pretty much making someone a candidate for potential marriage or long-term relationship. So I don't really understand. I mean, I get the question, but I feel like it's very contradictive in this time to ask that question because,
I don't think that I can't speak for everybody and every situation is different. I don't
right,
think women just choose to be a single mother. Like, even if somebody isn't in the best financial state, yes, that's a choice to mess with somebody. But you would still think that the person would try their hardest to be an active parent and stuff like that. Y'all both made
exactly.
that decision. Um, yeah, I think a lot of
But that's
people
what I'm saying.
have
That's
fell
like
in that
having
trap.
potential, right? Like it's
Yeah.
a guy with potential and he seems like a good guy, the
Well,
whole
people
front.
may argue you having a baby with just potential is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But
People
but
might
see,
argue that.
but that's
So
what
it's
I'm
like,
saying is kind of contradicting because it's like in the same breath, they'll turn around and say, like, remember I told you people was arguing me down the other day when I was under that post where Boosie had said something about um the baby daddy, how come the baby mamas be so ready to leave a dude when they're not being financially active in the child's life? And they was trying to chew me up in the comments. And I'm just like, y'all gotta understand, okay, 9 months, she's pregnant. What are you doing in that time? 6 months after that, what are you doing in that time as the man? I physically have to go through something against my choice. Once you're pregnant, it's a whole process. It's not one day I'm pregnant, the next day I'm not. So my thing is, as a man,
basically
yeah,
preparation.
what I'm not saying, you should just leave a man solely based on his finances. However, like it's kind of contradicting because if we
I don't think
go with a
it's
man with
the
potential, then and he ends up being a great, it's like okay, good choice. But then if we go with a man with potential and he ends up being a deadbeat, then we're to blame. Well, you should have had discernment.
yeah, you just don't never know. You know what I'm saying? And I just also think that preparation, yes, is important. And also I don't think that women just leave men immediately. I think it's after, trials and tribulations or begging or pleading or trying or, you know, no advancement or anything, um, then a woman leaves. No, I don't think no woman really wants to just be a single mother. Like,
and just leaves off the rip. I know
yeah.
that's not happening.
You want them to be financially stable. They just can't get it together. Which, yeah, people should wait longer to have kids until they really get to the nitty gritty.
Right.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people that has fell victim to
Life.
the trap.
Yeah.
The trick bag.
The
So
bag.
yeah, I don't think,
It was me.
that's what
Like
women want it to happen. But yeah, discernment is important, but sometimes life just mm,
close your
so many
legs and use
unexpected
your
things.
discernment.
Yeah, but still. One time, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I was a cashier. This was years ago when I was a teenager. And this older lady, she had to have been like at least in her 60s or something like that. She came in my line and she was crying. And I was like, "You okay?" And she was like, her husband of over 30 years left her for a younger woman. So sometimes it just in the end, she might be like, "Dang, I picked the wrong man," or I think it just depends. Time will tell a lot about a person. Um,
But
yeah, it'll tell a lot about a person because some people could put on their whole act
for a
a
long
long time,
time.
and it'll done waste your time. You don't know the baby already here, or they won't switch up until after the baby's here, or anything can happen. So I just think you just prevention is better than cure, and you just got to be as careful as possible,
You just gotta be
and
stiff on
make
these
good
niggas.
decisions.
That's just you just gotta be stiff on them.
Hmm Make good decisions because that's crazy. And
Yeah.
another thing, I was watching like ID investigative discovery or whatever, and this woman was married to this man for like 15, 20 years and didn't know he was a serial killer. Which that's insane. Were there no signs? But I just say that to say
Man.
it's so crazy. Like you think you know a person. You know what I'm
Would
saying?
you leave the love of your life if you found out abruptly that they were a serial killer?
Yes.
Like I'm talking about the
Like what
love
the
of
fuck?
your life. They
Yes.
never show signs. They're the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams. You never had any
Bitch, you
issue.
might be next.
No, I'm just saying. You've never. Yeah, but we. I know. I would leave. However,
I think it's a thin line between a not a thin line, thick line for real,
I'm
for
about to
real,
say
between a serial killer and like a
someone who
shooter
had
or who had a history of some
an
gang
incident.
violence or something like
Yeah,
that. Now, I wouldn't say necessarily. I think the only difference would be a serial killer probably is killing innocent victims, most likely. At least a shooter or something's probably taking out ops or something
intended
like that.
targets.
So,
Yeah.
but a serial
But
killer,
I'm
you
saying
know.
if you just
Mm-mm.
never heard of nothing, then one day you woke up, the news is on, they call you baby. Look, meet me at da, 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 da. And you know they listen, they've been treating you right the whole time. Y'all had a lavish life, this and that. He's like, look, we finna head to Cuba right now. I need
It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. I can't
hey,
even trust you. Like,
I'm
what
not
the
gonna trust
hell?
you.
I got sleep with one eye open and shit.
I'm
No,
calling
no,
everything, getting the
Cersei.
hell on and changing my name. Because what if he try to
Yeah,
come
I'm
after you
not.
because
No,
you know he feel like you know too much? I'm changing my name.
sir.
So you gonna keep your same
Listen,
information?
your ass will be off these streets. I don't
Or
know.
you gonna turn them in?
You gotta get away from me. Yeah, you a serial killer. How would I find out though? He
They
probably
on
already
the
caught
news. That's
and
what
he
I'm
on
saying.
the
No,
run.
they on the listen. He's on the run. You at home. He calling you
Man,
run.
hey, listen, this serial killer ass nigga is get this man because what if he the love of your life, he ain't letting you go
Listen,
nowhere.
hey,
He
listen,
gonna
you gonna
track
be
you down.
listen, hey, listen. I'm finna meet me at the airport right now.
Who is this? Serial killer is crazy.
It's crazy. I know a
She
lot of
she
people
like a
that would
little
stay there.
thrill.
Who?
Are
I
you?
didn't say me.
Sorry, no.
The hell?
No, that's insane
No,
though.
no, I
No,
got kids,
absolutely
baby.
not.
Got to go.
Mm-mm. The fast way.
The next topic is what is the main issue in the mother and adult daughter dynamic? Mm, I think.
A lot of times older women, I don't want to just say mother and daughter, but that's most likely the relationship where it matters. I think older women feel because of age is more for respecting, that they feel like even if they impose their opinion on you or something like that, then you just supposed to accept it and go with it, or they might be able to talk to you any type of way, and because you their child or you young,
It's an
ego
ego
younger,
thing.
you can't have an opinion or disagree with theirs, or it's considered disrespect or something. So I just think that's the dynamic. If there is an issue between mom and daughter, the mother might not want to accept accountability or to admit that they wrong or have those hard conversations, because of pride or their ego, not having them conversations that need to be had, them awkward conversations where accountability is discussed, and you know what I'm saying? So that might cause a rift in a lot of relationships, and mom and daughter relationships. That might cause the rift, and yeah, like I think that can strain some relationships. Hmm. What you think?
I think pretty much the same. Like, I just think that older women have been through probably certain traumas that maybe they didn't have all the resources to be able to evolve from those traumas and move forward in a more healthier way with the next generations. Um, I really just think they just stuck in their ways.
But yeah, um, yeah. So I don't know. I think that goes for like all adults or all relationships, really. Just accountability, a level of respect, and yeah.
Why are we focused on male rappers snitching in Atlanta when they've been quiet anyways? Female rappers been having it for about 2, 3 years now. What's up with that?
Mm, I seen somebody post a meme that said, "Where are the tricks at?" Like that's what's real important. Y'all sign on. Let me stop. But nah, snitching is crazy. I guess if you in the streets and stuff like that, that is important to know, and to know your surroundings and stuff like that. If that's what you into and you deep in the streets and stuff, that's important. If that's the lifestyle you live in. So I get it if they airing shit out. But that's crazy because like dang. What, like if you live in that lifestyle, why is you even putting yourself in the predicament to be snitching or be called a snitch, or loose lips sink ships. So I don't know, that's crazy.
I just feel like,
But shout out to the female rappers.
right, shout out to the female rappers because that's who's holding it down for real. And honestly, I just feel like, why not focus on the positive? Like, there's so many female rappers that's doing it big and in the South shit, period, right now. And I feel like that should be the main focus. I mean, I understand, everything that's going on, and there's a domino effect to a lot of business and things going on, but I just feel like, if that ain't your lifestyle, then it shouldn't be a topic for everybody to be deep diving in philosophy, giving their all types of 2 cents. And I just feel like if that's not your lifestyle, just leave it alone. This is kind of a priority topic. Okay, it says, what is your perspective of pretty privilege and how it can affect a pretty girl?
Pretty privilege. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like people always think that, oh, she pretty, she be having her way, she get what she want. That might be the case in some instances, but I feel like it might get you in the door, but then it might not be no longevity in that because the intentions was not business based. Of course, looks is important when you don't know somebody and that's the first impression. But it's like there's more to pretty girls. I'm not, and I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. Than just looks, and my work ethic, and especially if you reach out to me on a business tip and I respond, and then you try to switch it to more for personal, oh, you some fine shit, this and that and this and that. That's kind of like a trick bag too, or whatever. And it just, sometimes that pretty privileged stuff, it's a double edged sword because, and then also maybe from that's from men, but maybe from women, it might be like, oh, she probably stuck up, or I don't like her, or this or that, or a certain little shade, or she might think she all that, or this and that, like, and that's just so pointless because, so looks, that pretty privilege, it can it can be a win maybe in certain situations, but yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
I personally think that pretty privilege is not as amazing as people like to make it out to be. And just like you said, yes, it can get you to some doors, but like I always like to say, 9 times out of 10, there's always a dick on the other side of the door. And
What do you mean by that?
a dick on the other side of the door, meaning like when you are talented, multi-talented, when you are educated, when you do have the skill set to be able to do either a specific thing or multiple things, and that's what you put out when you're marketing, that's what you're putting onto your social media when you're going out, that's the energy that you're giving off, and people kind of are blindsided by your looks or your appearance or your body or whatever. And it leaves a disinterest in the things that you're actually offering. You know what I mean? There's been a many of times that we both can probably say that we had business opportunities that people would try to like dangle, or it'll be like, they would want to do business. However, we'll be like, okay, shit, I'm always down to work. I have no problem with putting in the work and putting my best foot forward and doing what I have to do to get where I need to go. But what ends up happening is when you call that person's bluff and they're like, shit, I'm trying to take you on a date. I'm good on the date. But we can still have that business meeting on Friday.
Can I get it?
Now, they might not answer the phone now. Now, we not hearing back from them. So things like that do happen. And I don't think that people talk about that enough. And I do think that a lot of times guys never want to be that guy. And they also don't want to be, that other guy who's talking about other guys. You know what I mean? But ultimately, I feel like on some real nigga shit, guys need to start pulling other guys up on their shit, because I just feel like that should just be corny to me. Like, if a woman does so happen to be attractive, it's no problem with shooting your shot. We're all grown here. But if you can see clearly a woman is uninterested, or she's just really determined and focused,
to conduct business.
and you never know, that may lead to something else. We like that. Most women, we like a guy that's
business mind.
It doesn't mean to be rude to us. It doesn't mean to be cocky and be an asshole and be arrogant and ignore us and be rude and nasty. It just means to be about your business, stand 10 toes. We know that, okay, this man is not a liability. Pussy don't move him. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff may make a woman attracted to you. And I feel like sometimes that goes over a lot of guys' heads.
Yeah, I definitely think it kind of blinds people to women's skills and talent when it's just like, ooh, she look good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's disappointing.
And that's why a lot of women lead with looks. Like, I'm not going to just say, oh, well, all women is given is professionalism. I'm not going to speak for all women. Some women might lead with looks, but that's because that's what they was taught. That's what y'all show y'all are interested in. So they like, well, why not? But yeah, pretty privilege is definitely a double-edged sword. And yeah, sometimes it's not fair. Sometimes it's not the one up or the win. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
And sometimes you do have to take those no's and stand on your integrity and your standards, and just know that you is who you say that you is, because um ultimately I feel like in the end you're gonna be respected way more.
Yeah. Cause I conduct business. Like I
Okay.
not and I'll have my fun. I'm not no stiff ass bitch. Like
Right.
as far as personality, I can still join in with the room, like, and be a vibe as well without being raunchy or
distasteful.
Yeah, distasteful or, disrespecting myself. So I definitely conduct business and yeah, like, and I like it like that because people know how I'm coming. And I've been in rooms with lots of people and they already know what to expect from me. So,
Exactly.
different type of people, are for different things. Some for entertainment, some for ho-tainment. I know. So,
Listen,
some
because
different
people
things,
talk, the streets be talking now.
But yeah, I like being acknowledged for my professionalism, and when I'm spoke about, even when I'm not there, that they uphold my name in that way because that's how I'm coming, and I like that, and I feel like I've been respected a lot more by standing on that.
Okay, because what can you say? Yeah, if you standing on business, then what can you really say?
Yeah, period. So yeah, that part.
Would you rather do 2 years probation or 20 days in jail?
20 days in jail. Why the fuck would I want to do 2 years probation for a fingerprintable charge? And anything can happen.
It depends on. Oh.
Anything can happen. A
I'm not gonna lie,
fingerprintable charge.
I can't do jail. I can't. I go crazy.
I go crazy too. I feel like a caged animal.
I don't know if I
But
can
2
do it.
years probation, you might have to do longer than 20 days if you get
Yeah,
caught up in
but
some shit.
that's what people that be doing. You gotta think. We not.
Man, they can make anything fingerprintable. If you riding around with some weed, you just happen to get caught slipping. An open liquor bottle.
I'ma slip.
Alright.
I cannot do 20 days, dog.
And I can't do no back years of probation.
Damn,
I can't do it.
that is hard.
Let me get them 20 days, my boy.
But I would do it, but I would be so. Is it because of me or somebody else? That's the question.
I don't care who it's for.
No, if it's because of me, because I'm saying I'm gonna be just so disappointed.
Yeah, well, you choose those 2 years if you want to.
It depends because the last time I was on probation, it wasn't. I only had to go to the place twice, and that was it.
I can't do jail. I've been for probably the max about a week, but I'm gonna knock them 20 days out because I'm not risking it for no 2 years. That's crazy. What y'all think? What y'all think in the comments? Y'all gonna do 2 years probation or 20 days in jail?
I'm a good girl though. I'm a good girl.
Then that wouldn't even be a question.
I'm saying
you wouldn't be on probation anyways.
No, but look, if you got a little ticket or something.
See, I would have to do my research to see what is fingerprintable because.
What if you got FCA?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You had a speeding ticket.
All right, but that's fingerprintable then? That might be a warrant or something. And you
right,
so 2 years
of probation.
I'm saying if you do something while on probation.
I'm not doing shit on probation.
Listen, 2 years.
I'm going to work, going home, gonna be cooling.
I feel like anything can happen. I don't want it.
Anything can happen in jail.
Yeah, but
and then what if a bitch try you in that job? What if it's a crackhead in your cell? They put me with a.
Well then, I don't know. I'm gonna just have to rock at.
They gonna ask. That's nah.
Okay, because you said well anything can happen in jail. Okay, and if you do that back pay of the 2 years, anything can happen during that 2 years, and that's even a longer time in jail.
I don't know.
I'm gonna knock them 20 days out. What y'all think? Comment. Let us know. 2 years probation or 20 years in jail. I mean 20 years.
I just need to stay out of struggle in jail and not get caught.
I don't need no probation or jail.
Okay.
But, if I had to choose and really.
In real life, I probably end up doing the 20 days, but I ain't gonna lie. I will be so. I'm talking about, I'll be mad because 9 times out of 10, I'm not in jail because of me, bruh.
Yeah.
If I'm in jail because somebody, bruh,
tried you on
and
some shit.
I might, when I get out,
might go back to jail.
You feel me? Because I don't do this. This is not my thing.
I don't like jail.
Yes.
Man, I be feeling like a caged animal, and I be so cold. Like, I be wetting tissue and shoving it in the air vents and stuff, because I be like, it's too cold, bruh. And I just feel like a caged animal. Like, But if I had to do them 20 days, I try to make it some type of solitude.
Is it southern
thinking?
It also depends if it's an up north jail or a southern jail.
I don't want to do no goddamn.
I know, but it's a big difference. You don't think?
Listen, I've been to both.
What do you think is worse, a northern jail or a southern jail? Just in your opinion.
Well, I would say out of the two, and I've been to multiple ones, especially down here. I think the dirtiest one I've been to was definitely down here in Rice Street. I think that was I don't know, it was kind of raggedy for me. And a lot of the females was raggedy too. So I was like,
down south, man.
Yeah, definitely in Georgia was probably
them country jails, man. They just move different. I think that's what it is. We not used to. They move different.
Yeah,
we be having to make sure they don't be trying like that.
I don't know. She seemed like she a little leaning toward the 2 years. She confident that she ain't gonna get in no trouble.
No, but listen.
But
how
she get in trouble in the first place?
See, because I'm changing. Shanae has evolved. Okay. But I do think if I had some sensible people in my corner, I probably would end up doing the 20 days in real life. But I think I'm a bitch about trying to do the 2 years while trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But ultimately, I probably end up doing the 20 days. But oh my God.
What y'all think in the comments? Let us know what y'all think. Okay. And don't forget to send in y'all questions, y'all submissions. If you're an artist, a musician, you a painter, you want something featured on the show, send us an email at thejuicebox365@gmail.com. That's also our podcast Instagram, thejuicebox365. So yeah, send in them submissions, like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in next time for the Juice Box.
Period. Your favorite cousins, Velvet
and Foreign.
Sip slow and spill fast.
Bye.
Hi, you know what it is. It's your boy Shawty. What my name is. Hey man, I'm with Foreign and Velvet, and y'all know where we at. It's so wet. The jukebox. Hi. What my name is, Shawty.
Yeah, it's the Juice Box.
Period.
So we have one question for him.
Let's get
it. Let's see. What's your toxic trait that you're actually kind of proud of?
I always lick it before I stick it. Drive them crazy. Don't that thing be ready.
Well, that's definitely a juicy conversation.
Okay. For another time.
Right. Listen.
All right now.
What my name is, Shawty.
This is the Juice Box.
Period. Are you a juicer or are you a spiller or a sipper?
Well, no, was it a swallower?
Man, you know.
Or a swallower.
I ain't got to worry about getting pregnant about me. I'm the swallower.
Ooh.
As soon as I get it in, I get it right back out.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
That's a boy.
I ain't never heard no. Cut
the camera. That's the Juice Box.
Cut the camera.
Yeah, what the juice box, man? Ain't juice. I made the juice box.
Oh, no. Hold on. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh, he is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta invite me back here. I like it around here. The walls are so cold.
That's what they say.
Oh, yeah, no, he was tweaking.
Yeah.